Honestly, I'm very impressed. I think Louis Vuitton is seriously getting back into the game. Hi guys, my name is G.P.S. and welcome back to my channel. A few weeks ago I was supposed to attend a Louis Vuitton preview party for their new collection, but obviously the current circumstances didn't allow us to do that. So instead I thought that I would have a look on their website and see if there's anything new that I could add to my collection. And I thought that I would take you guys along with me and we can just hang out and online shop together. And once I'm done filming this video and I have a couple of things in my cart, I'll definitely take a picture of every single piece and I'll send them to my SA instead of checking out online, because while I do love the convenience of online shopping and just sitting at home and having things delivered to me, I think when it comes to higher ticket items, it's good to stick with an SA that you are loyal to and that you shop with. First of all, it's great if you want to build a relationship with the brand, you want to get invited to parties, and you want to be in the know if perhaps something new and limited drops. If you want your SA to think of you first when the new item comes out, then it's good to kind of stick with the same person, regardless of what brand we're talking about. And then number two is that a big part of your salary when you work in luxury retail is commission and hitting sales goals. And obviously most of our SAs are out of their jobs right now, and hopefully they are still getting paid. But obviously they cannot get commission and they cannot hit those sales goals that are put in front of them at the beginning of the year. So I want to kind of support them as much as I possibly can. And if I'm going to buy something already, why would I not buy it through them? And that's what I would advise you to do as well. If you're going to buy something luxury, and by no means I'm saying that you should, but if you're going to do it anyway, I think it's a smart idea to perhaps text your SA or reach out to them through an email and ask them if they could help you with that once the store reopens and once it's safe for them to obviously go into the store and help you with that. So it's going to be a little bit of a waiting game, but it's not like I'm going anywhere and I need these items immediately. So that's what I'm going to do. But regardless, if you want to see what's new from Louis Vuitton with me and see what items I'm thinking about picking up, then please keep on watching. I initially thought about filming this on my phone or maybe an iPad, but I actually hate shopping on my phone or an iPad. I like to have a bigger screen in front of me. So I have my MacBook here and I'll start screen record so you guys can see everything that I see. So hopefully it's going to be a more enjoyable experience. But if you want to go ahead and open up your own computer while you're watching this and maybe pull up Louis Vuitton and see what's new that you see that you like, then by all means, please go ahead. So let me start screen record, and I think we'll start with the women's section. So let's look at bags. I think bags are always a great way to start. And there is actually something that I have in mind that I'm thinking about picking up, and hopefully it's already out. So let's see what are the bags that are new this season. So there are a couple of bags that I think are older styles, but maybe they came out in new colors or new leathers. First of all, the Alma BB bag, which I think is super adorable. I think this is a bag that if you're new to Louis Vuitton or new to the designer world, this is really a great place to start because you can dress these bags down or dress them up. And these new colors are absolutely beautiful. So let me check out, for example, this one. I do like the Alma bag. I like the shape. I think it's a very classic and elegant shape that you can dress up or dress down, especially as you guys can see it here styled with a trench coat. I think it is a really fun look that I can definitely see being worn almost as a casual piece if you want to run errands or if you want to go to work and you have a separate bag for a computer, or if you don't have to carry a computer with you, then I think the Alma BB is a great choice. And I actually really like this bag in the epi leather. The epi leather is one of the, I'm not sure if Louis Vuitton uses the term of heritage leather, but it is definitely a very iconic leather that Louis Vuitton is known for. And I love the Alma BB in leather. I'm not the biggest fan in the monogram canvas. I think it looks a little outdated, but I think in leather it's a beautiful look, especially in these new colors. So the color that we were looking at is Seaside, but there are a bunch of other colors. I think Rose Ballerina is probably my favorite. If I had to obviously buy this for someone, I wouldn't buy this for myself. But if you're new to the luxury world and you're looking for a bag that you can dress up, dress down, a classic piece that you're going to have in your collection for a long time and you can really use it, it's not going to go out of style, then I think the Alma BB is a great choice. And this season there are a bunch of beautiful colors, so I think it is definitely a great way to start. The Neo Noe is something that I'm also familiar with. It's a bucket bag that I think has been popular for a long time. But I do like this in leather. However, I think this style perhaps looks a little better in monogram. Let's see if it is something that they still do in monogram. I'm pretty sure they do, because this bag was a huge hit when it first came out. Yeah, absolutely. It comes in a bunch of different colors in terms of the monogram. It comes in the damier print. So if you're still looking for this bag, I think it is quite nice. I was never a big fan of bucket bags, but I can definitely see the appeal, especially if you're going on vacation. It's a nice summery look, but I wouldn't recommend this as much as I recommend the Alma bag. I think you could definitely use the Alma bag for a longer period of time because it's not going to go out of style. Next, we have a couple of tote bags and hobo bags. I mean, it's not the early 2000s anymore, so I'm not even gonna look at them, and I wouldn't recommend that you do them either. Unless you love the style, then don't listen to me, go and do whatever you love, but personally, they are not bags that I would recommend. Oh, the Pochette Métis, I know, is a bag that was very popular last season, and this season it seems like they came out with a new handle on the bag. Yeah, it seems like they added this new almost braided style handle, which I think is nice. I mean, personally, I was never a big fan of the Pochette Métis, although I know it was very popular. But if you're gonna buy it, I don't know, I'm not a fan of this new braided handle. Next up, the Lucky bag. The Lucky bag, I think, is a beautiful design. I think brands can go either very wrong or very right when they use chunky big hardware. But I think on the Louis Vuitton bag, it was a really nice addition. And you guys know that I love locks. I mean, every time Hermes comes out with a piece that has the KYLIE lock on it, I'm all over it. And surprisingly, I do really like the Louis Vuitton design as well. Again, I'm not a fan of the braided handle, but I'm pretty sure you can buy it with just a regular handle. And I think it's a beautiful bag. If you're looking for a bag, again, that's more casual, that you can just carry with you at all times, then I think this would really be a nice addition. And I actually don't mind the monogram on this bag. I kind of go back and forth when it comes to the monogram. There are pieces that I love in monogram, and there are pieces that I cannot stand. And I think my thinking behind the monogram is that it looks great on more innovative shapes and pieces. So for example, on the Lucky bag or the egg, I think it's called the egg supple bag or egg souffle bag, there's like a bag that's egg shaped that I think is also very unique. On those pieces, I love the monogram. Or if I think back a couple of seasons when they had the, I think it was called the Tote bag, the bags that reminded me of a spaceship, I think that was incredible. And when they put the monogram onto a more unique shape, I think it looks very high-end, and it just has just a very unique, elegant, and luxurious look to it. But when I see the more classic shapes, it can look a little bit cheap in my opinion. So that's really my way of thinking behind the monogram. And by the way, guys, if I say anything wrong in this video in terms of terminology, then please let me know in the comment section down below. Because when it comes to Hermes, I'm really familiar with all the different terms and all the different brand styles and the name of the different styles. But when it comes to Louis Vuitton, I don't follow the brand as closely. So if you know better than I do, then please definitely let me know in the comment section down below. And next up, a couple more of these hobo bags. No, absolutely not. And then now I see something that I really like. I'm not sure when these bags originally came out because I'm sure it is part of their heritage. But a couple of years ago, they re-released this collection of head boxes or head bags. And they do come in a couple of different sizes and different styles. So it comes in either a soft side or a hard side version. And I particularly like the soft side version of these bags. This is a bag that I have actually been looking at for a couple of seasons now. When they first released this, I thought it was beautiful. But I think they initially came out with the hard side version of this. It comes in both hard side and soft side versions. And the hard side version, while it's nice, it's a little bit too formal for me. I definitely prefer the more soft look and the more supple look of the soft side bags. And I actually was looking at this last year when they had a smaller size than this, but I found it to be too small to put anything inside. But I think the PM size might be a good size to kind of just put your phone in there, maybe a card holder and all your daily essentials for running errands. But at this point, I know this bag comes in a plethora of different sizes. It comes in like a tiny little necklace or keychain. It comes in a little larger size that I was looking at last year. But this PM size is really beautiful. And I also love the asymmetric detail of the strap. I love anything asymmetric. And I actually have a pair of pants from Louis Vuitton that reminds me of this. It's a pair of wool pants that I picked up about 2 or 3 years ago. And it has a built-in belt that has a very similar look to this. Because when you adjust the belt, you do have kind of a lot of fabric left over that's just hanging down in front of your pants, which I think is a very cool look. I think it's very innovative, and I've never seen it being done on a pair of cashmere, or I'm sorry, not cashmere, wool pants. So asymmetric, I'm all over it, and I do really like this bag, so I think I'm going to add this to my cart. It is available online, so if you cannot wait, if you want to get the bag immediately, you can definitely check out with it. But as I mentioned, I'll probably send a picture of this to my essay, depending on what else we find. But quickly, let's look at the different sizes that it comes in. So as I mentioned, this is the PM size, which in my opinion is new. I don't remember seeing this before. It comes in the regular head box style, which I think is a hard side bag. And then this is the one I was looking at last year, I believe. The mini. Yeah, this is definitely the one that I was looking at with the little tag on the front. And if you love small bags, then you might want to have a look at this because it looks adorable in person. But I didn't think it would have been very useful for me personally. So I think it's good if I stick with the PM size, and that's added to my cart, so we'll see what else we find. Here we go. I was waiting to see these, the On-The-Go totes, which became really popular. I believe they came out last year or the year before. As I mentioned, I'm not a Louis Vuitton expert, so if you are, please let me know in the comment section down below. They're more of a recent launch. They have been out for a while, but they're not one of the classic bags that Louis Vuitton has been making for a while. And I think this is a bag that kind of started a competition between Louis Vuitton and Dior. There are definitely two brands that have been going head to head with whose bag is the most popular for traveling, with the Book Tote and the On-The-Go. The Book Tote is the canvas bag that Dior released a couple of seasons ago, which has been extremely popular, and you can see it a lot. I mean, everyone's friends, everyone's parents, everyone's grandma, everyone's dog has it. Of course, I'm exaggerating, but it is very popular in the luxury community. I personally side with the On-The-Go bag. I think it is a little bit more practical. I like the design a little bit more. I like that it comes with two different lengths of handles. So you have the small handle, and it also comes with a longer handle in case you want to put it under your shoulder. And also I like the name more. I think the On-The-Go name is super catchy, easy to remember. Not that it matters, but yeah, I'm definitely on the side of the On-The-Go bags. And if you would ask for my recommendation, I would recommend that you go for the On-The-Go bag. I think you get a little bit more bang for your buck, whereas with the Dior bag, it's a canvas bag for, I think, almost $4,000, something ridiculous. But I see that they came out with a couple new versions of the On-The-Go bag. I definitely like the GM size more than the MM size, especially for traveling. And I personally do not mind them in this embossed leather, I would assume. Let's have a look at it. Yes, it is in leather. I do like that they have the Louis Vuitton logo imprinted in the leather, but I still like the canvas version a little bit more, the classic reverse monogram version, which is very odd for me to say because I usually hate the reverse monogram. I think it just looks very outdated, but I actually really like it on the On-The-Go tote. But if you have been looking at this bag, then I think you can go with either the monogram or the full leather version. There is about $600 difference, so that is something that you have to consider if it's worth it for you to pay an additional $600 for a full-on leather piece. I personally would go for the monogram. I think if you're buying Louis Vuitton and you're buying a piece that has the Louis Vuitton print all over it, you might as well go for the monogram version over the leather version. But either way, I actually like both, and if I would have to choose between the white or the off-white and the black, I would of course go for black. But either one I think looks great. But when I look at this one, the MM size, in this epi leather, I think it looks horrific. I think this leather with the contrast edge of the bag makes it look like something that you would buy from Topshop or Forever 21. In this size, in the style, in the way it's created, I don't know, it definitely just screams Forever 21 to me. I don't think it's worth almost $3,000, and I would definitely not recommend that you pick this up. You can literally go to, honestly, Topshop and find a similar bag. I know it's an exact replica of other On-The-Go bags, just in a different leather, but in this leather, I think it just doesn't look as great as it does in the monogram. So if it was up to me, I would recommend that you go for the ONTHEGO in monogram or in the previous embossed leather that we looked at. Next up, the Capucine PM. I personally love the Capucine bag. I think they are beautiful, they're super classy. Again, you can wear them to work, you can wear them to an event, depending on what size you get them in. But they are quite expensive. So, I don't know, I never thought that one day Louis Vuitton would have a bag that's almost $6,000. I mean, this one is $5,500. They're definitely a very cool look, and if you're a Louis Vuitton fan, then by all means, it is a great bag that looks very high class. It looks very great. It looks very good quality, and it comes in a bunch of different colors, color variations. It comes in exotic skin. It comes in regular skins. But personally, it is a pricey bag. So if you're new to Louis Vuitton, maybe start with the Alma bag, see how much you use it, see if you take advantage of the bag, and then you can slowly build your way up to the Capucines. But they're definitely a beautiful bag, so if you have the money set aside to buy a luxury bag, then they're definitely not a bad purchase. I wouldn't say that they're an investment bag. You're definitely not going to be able to sell this and make money on it, or perhaps bring the money back that you spent on it, because I think Louis Vuitton bags are not great for investments. But at the same time, this is a bag that you're probably going to have for a very long time, and it's not one that's going to go in and out of style. So I do like these, but there are a couple of more unique versions that I prefer. I don't know if that bag is out yet, but I remember that they had a campaign where they had PVC handles on the bags that I think were really cool. So if those are out, then we'll definitely see them on this page later on. Yeah, I'm not even going to comment on these bags. They are a no from me. The Look Me Tote is really cute, actually. I think they definitely have more of a Birkin vibe to me. They look very nice. I think they could be great for work, especially if you're someone who carries a lot to work. I love the matching monochromatic hardware. I love that the black one has black hardware, the white one has white hardware. That is, I think, a nice added touch, and it just looks very expensive in my opinion. So these bags definitely have my stamp of approval. I know the Daphne bags are also pretty popular. They are a no from me personally. And we're getting into the more interesting shapes and designs here. I think the Speedy BB looks beautiful in the leather. I think it's a very unique and higher end look of the regular Speedy bag. So if you're a Speedy fan, you might want to have a look at this. And this is a bag that I have actually been looking at for a little while now. And I actually saw someone on YouTube unbox this and carry this. I think it was Wen. I'm going to have her channel linked down below. If you guys like Louis Vuitton, then you must follow her. She I know is a very big fan of the brand. And she has this bag. It looks really cute on her. I think it's a very unique shape, and I definitely would have considered it if it came in a different pattern, not in the reverse monogram, because as I mentioned, I'm not a fan of the reverse monogram. But again, I love the details of the matte black hardware. And it is a very unique kind of vintagey shape. It reminds me of a little coin purse. Then we get into the vanity bags. If you're going to go for the vanity bags, just buy the regular vanity case. Don't spend your money on a bag. Just buy a vanity case and add your own chain to it. I don't think it's worth the money. And here we go. This is the bag that I wanted to look at from the beginning, and I was hoping that it was already out on their website. The Petite Malle Bag is one that I have been looking at for a couple of years now, and I have been interested in picking it up. But each year they come out with a reiterated version with a new color or a new print that's on the bag. And I have never really found one that I absolutely loved, especially for the price, because these bags are over $5,000. There was one piece that I really liked from the runway collection that I found at the Fifth Avenue store that I think I have a picture of that I'm going to put up here. That was a couple of years ago, and I did really like that bag, but I ended up getting, I think, an Hermes GG instead of the Petite Malle, which hindsight was not the best decision, but anyway, that's the choice that I made. But this new Petite Malle with the black on black hardware, let's call it so black, if you want to use the Hermes terms. I love the epi leather. I think it makes it look much more expensive and much more high end. I love how subtle it is with the black on black hardware. I think it is just a very cool and edgy look. So I think this is one that is going to be added to my collection. And I'm not sure if this was on the site. Let's just go back and see. But I do think it also comes in white on white. Yeah, it does. Here we go. So it also comes in white on white. I'm personally all about black bags, so for me, there's no question I'm going to go for the black bag, which I think is still available. But the white one is also a beautiful look. So if you've been looking for a white bag, then I think you might want to look into this because the Petite Malle has already proven itself that it's going to stand the test of time. It remained in the collection. It remains to be very popular. So if you're looking for a unique bag to add to your collection, then I think the Petite Malle is a good choice. The next bag here is the Capucines Mini. I think it's adorable. Again, super expensive, but at least this one comes with a piece of python, so you get a little bit of exotic leather. I like that it comes with a shoulder strap, so you can kind of put it crossbody or over one shoulder to make it more casual, which I definitely think is the feel and style that most people are going for. I think it's really adorable, and if you don't mind spending $5,000 on a bag, then I think go for it. But if you're someone who is new to the whole luxury world and you're looking for better investment bags, then I think the Alma BB might be a better choice because the Alma BB is around $2,000, whereas this one is almost $5,000. So I would recommend it to go for the Alma BB if you're new to the collection. But if you're a fan of Louis Vuitton, then the Capucines are definitely stunning, as I said before. And here we go. It seems like the PVC bags are already out that I was talking about earlier. Yes, this is the one that I was referring to a couple of minutes ago. These are new to the season. These are new this season that came out with this PVC handle, which I think is super fun. It's super edgy and kind of fashion forward. So if you're gonna go for a Capucine this season and you feel like that this is the time to pick up one, then I would suggest that you go for the one with the PVC handles because they are super cool and super unique. As I'm scrolling down, I'm seeing the new spring-summer collection that has this tie-dye effect. I really like the ONTHEGO with this tie-dye effect, but there's actually an SLG, a little cosmetic pouch that I was thinking about picking up in the pastel version. So if we see that on the website, maybe I'll add that to my cart. They're nice, but they're definitely very seasonal. So if you're someone who likes classic shapes and more like classic colors, then I wouldn't recommend it to go for these. But if you're a Louis Vuitton collector, then they are here for you all summer. We have a couple of twists that are new this season, some limited edition versions with this kind of rainbow effect hardware. I do like the twist bag. I know they're very popular among Louis Vuitton collectors. I personally prefer the Petite Malle and the Capucine over the twist, but they have a couple of new versions this year, which I will definitely not be picking up. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. There is one last bag, the Lock Me Ever, which always reminded me of the KYLIE bag. It's a beautiful bag. I think it's well priced, and if you're looking for a casual bag to take to work, then it's a great choice, and it's definitely much cheaper than a KYLIE bag. But if you look at the bag on the back, even the back reminds me of the KYLIE. It has the same kind of attachment of the side parts as the KYLIE does, so it's definitely very close to the construction of the KYLIE bag. But if you're looking for a great work bag, then I think it looks very aesthetically pleasing. What should we look at next? I'm thinking about shoes maybe, because there's a pair of shoes that I've been thinking about picking up and I was going to recommend to you guys. I think it is a unisex piece that anyone could wear. But let's look at all shoes really quick. I think these seem to be new to Louis Vuitton trail sneakers. They give me Balenciaga vibes. They remind me of the Balenciaga, the Grandpa sneakers, what they call the Triple S. The Triple S, yeah. Especially this colorway. I have a Triple S in a very similar colorway. I'm not gonna waste my money on them because I probably wore my Triple S shoes 2 or 3 times. I think these are, the Louis Vuitton trainers are new from Virgil. I think it was a design that he brought out when he first launched with his collection at Louis Vuitton. These don't look great in person. I've tried them on a couple of times and they are not very complimentary on anyone. I don't think they make any outfit look great. It just kind of weighs your entire outfit down. So for me, that's a no-go. I love the flower tattoo print. All these herbs and wildflower prints are something that I absolutely love. And I actually talked about this. I had a look at these pieces when I went to pick up a jacket from the Runway collection. And I think I filmed a video like over 2 months ago now. I'm gonna have it linked up here. And I talk about this wildflower print, which I absolutely love. So if you see anything with this print that you like, then I think I would pick them up because they are very kind of season specific. This is not something that Louis Vuitton will ever make again. And where are the shoes that I wanted to tell you guys about? Let me see. Here we go. These are called the Luxembourg sneakers. They come in a couple of different colors, but I love the mesh print on these. So these shoes are actually transparent. The sides are mesh. They're almost kind of a lace feel, and they have the Louis Vuitton pattern and logo imprinted or embroidered into the mesh. They come in a bunch of different colors, and I actually tried them on. And I'm actually thinking about asking my essay if it's still available in black, because these shoes I think are a very cool look. When it comes to sneakers, I'm more of a Chanel person. I love Chanel sneakers. But if you love Louis Vuitton, then this sneaker is incredible. And shall we look at ready to wear? I think maybe let's have a quick look, because I've been seeing on Instagram that Louis Vuitton is coming out with a couple of new things in their ready to wear collection. So let's see what's new. I have been seeing this t-shirt online. I really like it. Personally, I'm not a fan of white t-shirts. I definitely prefer black. But if you like white t-shirts, then this new print I think is pretty cool for the season. Hoodies, yeah, these are pretty basic. Yeah, these are all things that I have seen. And then, oh no, so these seem to be the same monogram print as the previous t-shirt was that we were talking about. I'm personally not a fan. I think they're a little bit over the top for me and a little bit too, they look almost patchwork like, so they're definitely a no-go for me. But I do really like the t-shirt still. And these are all the wildflower print designs that I saw when I picked up my mesh jacket that I absolutely love, by the way. And I'm not sure if it's still available, but yeah, these flower prints are not new. They've been out for a little while. This is the jacket that I picked up. I highly recommend this jacket as well as the t-shirt. Let me actually see if the t-shirt is still available, because I love this whole look from Louis Vuitton. It is available in extra large, but I have a feeling it would be a little bit too large for me. If it was a regular fit, I could fit into extra large and it would work for me. But these particular pieces are so oversized, including the jacket, that I think an extra large would be way too big, and there's no way they could tailor it to, I guess maybe they could tailor it to a large, but maybe I'll ask my essay if this is something that's still available and see if it could get me one of these. So just to conclude, currently I have in my cart the monogram see-through mesh t-shirt, the So Black Petite Malle Bag, as well as the PM size of the little head bag or head box bag. I'm going to text a picture of each one of these to my Louis Vuitton essay and see what he says. I'll have to see if he thinks that any one of these will still be available when he goes back to work. And then I guess we'll go from there. Hopefully I'll be back with a haul for you guys real soon. And this is it, guys. This completes my Louis Vuitton shopping video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and it was fun for you to kind of spend some time together and go shopping, even if it's online shopping. But if you guys enjoyed this video and if you want me to make more of these, then make sure to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.